it's 80 degrees. It's 80 degrees at the car wash. Rise and shine. Give God the glory. Thanks for dropping by, stopping in. Thanks for joining the live. It's the drive, the AM Drive. And I'm Tanya. Hi. Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome to the AM Drive. Yeah, it's so sunny out. And I said it's hot, the remix, because yesterday, let me tell y'all what. Let me turn this camera around. We on our way. We on our way down south. If you're new to the channel, I do this AM Drive every weekday, Monday through Friday, or honestly, just the days I go to work, which is a Monday through Friday. And starting out in North Mississippi area, on my way to Oxford. Some people ask, where are you going? Why are you going down there? I'm going to work. That's why we call it the carpool. You're going to work with me. I have an hour of a commute, an hour and 6 minutes, a hot hour and 6 minutes, but not really hot. It's just hot because it's, hot topics. We chit chat, and appreciate you joining me. Safe, hey, what does it say? Hold on, I gotta click on it. Missed you and your strength. Yeah, I think last week I was off Friday. That's what it was. I was off Friday, and I guess you missed the last couple of days because we've been rolling the last 2 days. Wait a minute. Today's Thursday. This is Friday Junior. Safe. Yeah, where have you been? But you know what? It's all good. You're here now, and that's what matters. Thanks for jumping in a carpool and joining me on my way. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Busy with some work. Yeah, you know what? Work, I tell you, it gets in the way of all the good, fun stuff. But I guess that's what we got to do. You got to do what you got to do, right? I got a chance to water aerobics yesterday, and I'm like, man, this is the best part of the day. The best part of the day. How are you? I'm good. I'm fine. I'm doing good. I feel good. I'm feeling good because I went to water aerobics yesterday. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all, it's so hot. Back in, I would say a few years ago, it used to be this commercial that would come on TV, and the girl would say, it's hot and you need a pool. And they were selling pool supplies and these above ground pools that you could get them to put in your house, in your backyard. And I've been thinking about that every day. So Sunday I went to water aerobics, and feels so good. You get to move your body in ways that gravity sometimes just won't let you, vibe with. I get to jump both feet up off the ground in water. And my body's like, yes, we can do this. Doing stretches, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, water aerobics was last Sunday. It was the most recent Sunday. And then I went again yesterday. And I'm telling you, the combination of being in some cool water and I think the endorphins that you get from exercise, it's just a win-win, y'all. I need to do this like every other day. It has been scorching in this area. And I have like let me tell you what had happened. I had a little, it's called an AI box. I ordered it from Amazon. It's not really AI, but it's actually like a little box that you can connect to your car, and you can watch Netflix in the car. So every once in a while, if I'm in the car somewhere waiting for an order to be ready, or just somewhere goofing off in the car. Let's say on the weekends, I may go out somewhere and maybe I'll get something to eat and I'll sit in the car and eat it. Well, I had this little handheld thing that had about the size of my hand. And let me tell you something. The thing melted in the car. It was so hot yesterday. I'm pretty messed up about it. And I'm like, hey, I don't like wasting money. I've had it for, I want to say 2 years. And I'm mad because it's burnt up. The battery swelled up in the car and burst. And like, I'm like, what is all this liquid in this little change thing? And I realized that the thing, it had gotten so hot it burst. So don't leave stuff in your car, y'all. I usually have like microphones and stuff in my car because I like to sing to the radio. That's another thing. I am, if you're new to the channel, if you don't know me very well, let me just give you a clue. I love handheld microphones, and so I'll put them in the car so that if I'm in traffic, I can put on like some cool soundtrack or something, and I can just give myself a concert while I'm waiting in the traffic. That's my coping mechanism for traffic. So I've taken since the battery burst in that little computery thing. Again, it was just a little handheld thing. You plug it up to the car. You can watch Netflix on the little monitor in your car that usually doesn't do that. Y'all, I took the microphones out of the car. They live in my purse now. Have you seen my safe? Have you seen my text? I did not see your text. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look. I have to look for it. You sent something to my what do you call it? My hold on, these people driving. Got some kind of cage in the back of his car. Me being nosy. Yeah, safe. Did you put it in my my Instagram? If you send something to my Instagram, I'll look there. Seems like it's a little hot there. Yeah, it is way hot. But yeah, so I got my microphone. I put it in my purse. But here's the thing: I don't want it to make a mistake and like bump up against anything because there's buttons on the microphone. It's actually a child's toy, but it actually is my emotional support microphone. I keep it in the car, but I put it in my purse, and hopefully it won't bump into anything because you know they have the buttons where you can Bluetooth it to your radio, but it also have these other sound effect buttons on it. So if for by chance I bumped into something in my purse, it might start clapping. I might get applause from my purse. I might get somebody doing a beatbox. I have this microphone. They all do something different, but the one that's in my purse, I think it does like a break beat, and you can sing over the break beat, or you can just press the button and it does like little, you know, kid friendly things. But I have it in my purse now instead of leaving it in the car. And but here's the thing: I always, you love to listen to me sing. You know what? Maybe one day, maybe I'm gonna do. I've always said I wanted to do and I did this one time, but I was on TikTok, and I actually just kind of went through some of the microphones in my collection. I have like a handful of them. And just do kind of like, here's this microphone. Here's one of them is I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's a Disney show called, no, it's not Disney, it's Nickelodeon show called That Girl Lele. And I don't think they make that show anymore. But That Girl Lele was hot for about 20 minutes. And she had a line of like toys in Target. And just so happened they made like one of the microphones for her show. And the buttons are the break beat, and on the button it does a break beat and what else? And some applause, I think. They all do something different. I have one that is the Disney princesses. It's the same style, but they like theme them different, and they have like 4 buttons around in the middle. One is like an echo, one is like the volume, or I think there's one that actually toggles or goes like forward or back for the song, that if it's Bluetooth to something. And then there's the last button is always like the theme of the microphone. So just recently I saw somebody on their YouTube video where they went and did a shop along video at Ollie's. I don't know if you ever heard of Ollie's, but it's like it is one of the stores where they have items where other stores like don't want, what do you call that store where they don't want to sell it anymore, so they like sell it to another store. I keep wanting to say open box, but whatever that is, where they have goods from other stores and they're like, we don't need this anymore, we can't sell it, so they pass it along to another store and then they try to sell it at a discount. But that's Ollie's. So do you know that they had the microphone, these special microphones in this style of Encanto, and the person who was doing the shop along video just so happened to browse past the Encanto microphones. Oh my goodness, I almost had a fit right there. I was like, oh my god, they've got them at Ollie's. So that was like challenge accepted. So all weekend I was like, man, I gotta go to Ollie's and see if they got these Encanto microphones. I actually have the Encanto, one of the dolls from the Encanto line, one of the Barbies. Now that I think about it, I do have a lot of toys in my house to be an adult. None of which these toys were purchased for my children. Safe says, I also call it open box. Yeah, store. And do they provide a warranty too? Because sometimes they do where I am. I think in the packaging it said scan here to enact your warranty. But I mean, it was only $10. And these microphones, the one that I got, that girl Lele microphone, is in the same style. It's just, themed differently. That microphone was $29.99 at Target. So when I saw the Encanto one on the YouTube video, and it was like $10, I was like, oh snap. So I did a bad thing. I went to the store and I saw them. They had boxes of them. Like, why are these people hating on Encanto? I didn't do a bad thing. I just did a mildly me thing. I bought two. And so in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going to open one and I'm going to give one away, because I have given a microphone away before. I had a bright pink one and it was themed in the Trolls doll theme. And I was like, you know what? I got so many of these microphones. I love the theming of them. They're all the same. Telling you, if you ever see them, they have like a disco ball at the bottom, and they have 4 buttons in the middle, and you can Bluetooth them to your phone. They are the best. And you can turn your lights off in your house at night, and turn your I'll put the music on the TV and turn the lights off in the living room and turn that microphone on, and it is like a disco baby. So I gave a little girl. We were at this picnic. Just so happened I was at this like community event. I was tabling for the company I was working with. I had like a table set up for that company, and at the community event, outreach event, they had a stage and they were inviting people up to like sing, do some stuff, and they had like a DJ, whatever. And these were kids, and they came up. And so this one little girl, and she was like so adorable. Maybe 7 or 8 or whatever. Here was the thing. They weren't letting people sing. They were just doing different, like making announcements, and the DJ was playing stuff. So I don't know what happened, but the little girl decided she was gonna ask them if she could sing. And so they were like, well, I guess so. And for a kid who, I think, to have that type of chutzpah or whatever, I just thought that was so adorable and amazing. And so she sang Jesus Loves Me or something. And it was like wrong. It was good, but it was wrong. It wasn't like she was a professional, but it was like the cutest little wrong. How do you get Jesus Loves Me This I Know wrong? But here we are. And she was singing it, it was tickling my soul. And then about 30 minutes later, she went up to the man at the DJ booth again. She was like, "Can I sing again?" I was like, "Oh, snap." And he was like, "Well," he looked left, he looked right. He was like, "You know what? Go for it, girl." He gave her that song again. Wrong. Touched my heart. I was like, you know what? Something in my heart. Keep in mind, I always have an emotional support microphone in the car. So, and I never told nobody this story. So the girl touched me, and I was like, you know what? She came over to my table because the kids would go to all the tables and whatnot and talk to the people. And I was telling about the school that I worked for at the time, because we're doing community outreach or whatever. So the girl came up my table. I said, "You know what? I really enjoyed your singing." We had like a little chat or whatever. She could have been more than like 8 or 9. And I said, "You know what? Stand right there. I got something for you." And I was parked at the table that I had was not too far from where my car was parked. And I went to my car and got the microphone out and gave it to her. And I said, "Here, this is a microphone. Let me show you how to use it. And so you can sing all day. It's got a speaker in it, and it's got a little port right here. And all you need is a cord, like you charge up your phone, and you can charge it up." And I said, "You can have this." She was like, "I can have it." I was like, "Yes, ma'am." I gave her the microphone. And, it just did my heart good for her to have gone to the little community outreach thing. And she got up there and sang twice. And it, again, wrong. How do you mess up the song, the little vacation Bible school song? I don't know. But she did. But she did it and she did it consistently the same way every time. So I don't know if someone taught her that way. They taught it to her that way, and she wanted to sing it that way. And so I was like, "Girl, I got something for you. Now you can sing wherever you are, wherever you go. You can go home and sing. You can go to the school, wherever you go." And she was like, "Thank you." I was like, "Okay, now go forth and prosper. Leave the table so other people can come out." So, and it was so funny because about 10, 15 minutes later, it was a whole other group of girls came by, and they was like, "Hey." These girls had never come to my table. They were like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm good, hey." And I was telling them about the little school or whatever. And I was like, "Okay." Like they were waiting. I guess they were waiting for me to give them a microphone. I was like, "Oh, I know what this is." That girl showed them the microphone, and they came over like, because all the tables, you know how they give you like little swag and stuff. I'm like, "Okay, we got some little magnets, we got some little stress balls. What do y'all want?" So, and they were like, "Oh, okay then." They were like, "All right, bye." Safe says, from what I understand, is that you want someone to listen to you, and you found that in a microphone. I am. Wait a minute. I am. Am I correct? That you want someone to listen to you, and you found that in a microphone. I like singing. No, here's the thing. I like singing, and I like karaoke. That's the thing. I like doing karaoke with my family. So whenever my family comes around, or if I go to my family, I'm like, "What are we doing? We're just sitting here watching TV. We could be having fun." So let's do something where we can all participate, that brings the atmosphere, that brings the joy up. And so I always am the person in the family that brings like the card games or the box games or whatever. And so, and I also had previously had all the people over for Christmas. Like, "Come over for Christmas. We're going to do this. We're going to do that." And I think one Christmas we did like karaoke, because I got what do you call this? A big speaker, and it came with a microphone with it. And it was a corded mic. And we did that. We just had fun. And so I think from that activity, it kind of led to me being drawn to these toys that people, they clearly make them for kids. But when I saw them, I was like, that looks like a whole lot of fun. I want to play with that. I want to have that in my next family gathering. So I have a collection. I have a few of them at home. But then I realized in the car, you could also do karaoke. And you could just, entertain yourself. So that's when I started putting a microphone in the car. And again, if you're stuck in traffic and you're like ready to cuss out the people in front of you or whatever, the construction folks or whatever, you could just entertain yourself in the car and still drive, which is basically what I'm doing now by going live. So the microphones, let me tell you what happened with the very first microphone that I got that really kind of made me think this is like a fun thing to have. We were at this is when my kids were littles, and not littles, they were like, I want to say middle school-ish, something like that. And we went to like the store. I always would like to walk through the toy store before Christmas so that I could kind of get a feel for what they liked, so that I could see, this is what I would kind of budget and get some stuff. So we walked to this toy store. Never forget it, because Toys R Us was still a thing. And it seemed like that was so long ago, but it really wasn't. So anyway, we went to Toys R Us, and on the end cap, I'll never forget it, the end cap had a display of T-Pain microphones. I don't know if you're familiar with T-Pain, but T-Pain is notorious for having a, what do you call that? The vocalizer thing, where it changes your voice. And the microphone, the T-Pain mic, has that capability. And I saw that microphone in the store and lost my ish. I was like, oh my God, this is a T-Pain microphone. You can sing in it, and it will it's called auto tune. Are you joking me? And we tested it out in the store. I was like, oh man. But the thing was $25. I'll never forget, $25 was way too much. It was too much for my budget. We were just walking through. I didn't have money that day. But I was like, man, that is the bomb. That was so awesome. So I never forgot it. That year we did for our family, we did draw names. There's this app on the website, on the internet, called Draw Names. You get everybody's email address. You can sign them up, or they can sign up. And then what they can do is create a list of things that they would like, and you can put a limit. Say, hey, we're gonna all draw names, and the amount this year is like $10 or $20 or whatever. And I put that year, I set the whole thing up for my family. We did the draw names and then sent it out. My family hated it. First of all, my parents hated it. You say $25 isn't that much, so I have a normal earphone that costs more than that. Okay, but this is back, I want to say 15 years ago. And you have to keep in mind, a mom of 2 little kids, you just can't just be throwing $25 at a toy. Back at that time, no, $25 was 2 bags of groceries. Honestly, if you went to the grocery store, think about that. Maybe, I want to say, not 20 years, let's say 15 good years ago. 15 good years. Let's not even take it back that far. Let's say 7 years ago. I take that. No, let's do 10. 10 years ago. You could go to the grocery store and get quite a few things for the groceries. For $25, that was Was it a gas? No, that was more than a tank full of gas. I could at the time. I remember $20 was a full tank of gas. You know, so $25. I couldn't just haphazardly spend $25 on a toy for me as a grown up, and I got two little kids, and we had to go to school and work all week. I couldn't do that. So, am I married? No, I am divorced. But I think at the time when I saw the microphone, I was definitely recently divorced. So it was definitely a $25. I can't blow that on a toy. Since then, I have learned that you have to take a little bit of your monies and definitely take care of and do the things that make you happy. So I say at least once a month I will indulge myself on maybe something nice. And I think that's what happened when I went to Ollie's. I got 2 microphones. My heart was filled with so much joy. I was like, yes, maniacal laugh goes here. And I did. I opened one up, and the other one I put in a little container. And what I'm thinking about is creating some type of event, whether at home with my family or at work, because I have access to students. Maybe have some type of event where I gift the winner of something to the other microphone. But here's the thing, that was before payday. It is now after payday, and I'm thinking to myself, there was so many Encanto microphones there. They had boxes of them. Like, who was hating on Encanto so much that they did not? I feel like every household should have. If you have a little girl, you should have an Encanto mic. What is going on with the world? Like, Encanto was such a good movie. And They Don't Talk About Bruno was the bop for a while. Y'all don't play no games. And then, let me tell you, I found They Don't Talk About Bruno in Spanish on Spotify. I was like, oh my God, I know Spanish. I was singing with the words. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. That's such a good song. So for me, I haven't had the opportunity yet, but this weekend I'm going to make somebody come to my house, trick somebody to my house, or maybe just go over to my sister's house. Get them to put on YouTube the karaoke's, and I'm going to listen. We got to do Encanto, and then I'm going to pull that Encanto mic out of my purse and sing We Don't Talk About Bruno. And then my spirit will ascend from my body and go. Or maybe not. I don't know. Something like that. And I know that's weird. Let me get professional and serious because it's time to go to work. Who's having too much fun on the way to work? Nobody. But yeah, but I've got the T-Pain mic, which I need to check on because you have to put real batteries in that. There was 2 versions of that thing made. There was a black one and then there was a white one. I have the black one. And again, it has the button where you can auto-tune your voice. It has a button on it where you can record a snippet. For the longest time, my mom had sung into it, and I had a recording of her voice in it. I don't even know if that's still in it, because after a while, you could just, maybe someone press the button and then record it over it. But, yeah, it was a ton of fun. But I have some other microphones, and they do, they all have their own gags. I haven't been able to find one. My daughter has one. I think someone gifted her a microphone, which is completely out of the ordinary because she's not necessarily someone who collects things or toys. But she got a microphone that had a robot voice. Like when you sing in it, it changes your voice to a robot. Again, I almost lost my mind. I was like, oh my God. You can sing into this and it sounds like a robot. But yeah, they're also fun and quirky. And I'm just a nut for like technology. And I think that they are the modern marvels of the decade. They have that type of power in your hand. You can sing in it, and it amplifies your voice. It has some of the ones that I have a, like I said, a disco ball type of thing where it projects a light show from the bottom of it, and then you can sing along, or you can sing without Bluetoothing to something, which is still even good. My cousin had like a little backyard barbecue last year. Yeah, it was last year. It was 4th of July, and I asked her if she was gonna do it again this year. We didn't, but she did karaoke in her backyard. She had a projector screen, and I was like, "Girl, listen, I'm gonna bring over the microphones. I got you." And we all had a sing along, and everybody, we had one person we would take turns. One person would get up and sing the song at the front in the speaker, but everybody else had a handheld mic of some sort. And yeah, good times with the family. I think a microphone like that would be awesome when playing S2 or some other multiplayer game. You know what? Possibly. Well, if you're playing a multiplayer game, don't you have to have your hands on the controller? So these microphones, I mean, unless you had like a mic stand, that would be kind of cool. Like, hello, remember me? Christopher. Oh yeah, hey Chris. Okay, Pasa, what's going on? What's happening? But yeah, playing a multiplayer game, if you had that type of microphone, I would envision you'd have to have like a mic stand so that your hands would be free, so that you could use the controller, and then the microphone could just be like on the stand near your face. But then also it would project like again, there are some that can project the light show. But you could do the one that has the robot voice or whatever. But they have so many different contraptions and things. Looking else, this oversized load truck. Yeah. So many cool things. So modern technology is amazing. What a time to be alive. Honestly, I have been in the world long enough to where we didn't have any of the computery things. We didn't have any of the digital artifacts that we have now that we enjoy. I remember a time when the telephone was a rotary, okay? A rotary phone. How many minutes from work? I want to say 25. I'm estimating. I don't have my GPS hooked up because my phone was overheating, and I don't know what the deal is. Don't let me get started talking about this. But it was overheating, and I didn't want to make the car do too much work. So, but I estimate it's about 28 minutes to work from here. And I'm enjoying the journey. Look at this beautiful scenery. The green trees, the beautiful grass. It's amazing. We live in an awesome world. Again, what a time to be alive. Now there are some negative things, some hardships, some people may have made things that have caused grief. But today, let me look at all these beautiful things. For right this moment, I'm just going to look at all this beautifulness in the world. Because that's the only thing I can do. That's all I can do. I feel like either the truck is slowing down or I'm speeding up. I'm way too close. I'm going to try to give them a little bit more space. I don't like being real close to these trucks because if anything switches up or anything goes left, I want to be able to dip. I want to be able to swerve successfully. Okay. Let me give you some space. Bruh. Let me see. What was that last comment? I said, when you in work first, what do and what? I don't know what you said. When you in work first, what do you drive? I can't see that. I don't know if I'm reading it correctly. I don't understand. But yeah, thanks for the chat. What am I doing when I get to work? What time do I need to be there? What do I need to do when I first get there? Don't let me get started with being anxious about work. That's not, I don't even want to talk. I don't want to think about work yet. Why are we doing that? I'm not there yet. The other day, y'all, my uncle asked me about work. Seems like the other day, he asked me about work, and I was like, well, yeah, this is what happened at work, or this is what's going on with work. But honestly, I don't want to talk about work. I don't. When I'm not at work, who wants to talk about work? It says bye. And I said, yeah, you too. Thanks for stopping by. I'm definitely going to look for you next time. So yeah. Have a great day. Be blessed. Do what you need to do, and then we will see each other and talk to each other again. Again, I'm getting too close to this truck. It's been a while. I'm going to drop the carpool off and drop y'all off. We're getting kind of close to the city, and I don't want to be distracted by the comments or the good conversation. We had a really good conversation this morning, so I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all of it. I will talk to you soon. Look, be good. Have a good day. Think about what brings you joy. Microphones bring me joy, but what brings you joy? And then invest in it and enjoy it.